Hollywood, seeing someone without a home is a tragedy. But when you step into the heart of the city, downtown is a complete devastation to humanity. You see hundreds of people living in rows of tents. They are lined up right on the sidewalks. You see people struggling with their mental health on every corner. It's terrifying because sometimes people will try to take what little you have while you're sleeping. You never know when your life might be in danger. It is scary out here. Welcome to Homeless US Channel. California, the Golden State. This is the land of cinematic stars, tech billionaires, sun-kissed coasts, and the ultimate promise of opportunity. Yet, behind the bright lights of glamour and unimaginable wealth, a dark reality is growing. Right now, 187,084 people in California are living without a roof over their heads. More than 123,000 of them, over two-thirds, are completely unsheltered. They are surviving in sprawling nylon encampments, huddled under concrete freeway overpasses, or hiding in the shadows of multi-million-dollar mansions. This is the staggering reality of the housing crisis in California, the largest homeless population in the United States, existing in the center of one of the richest economies on the planet. How did the symbol of the American dream become a place where so many are forced into the streets? Today, we are going deep into the crisis unfolding in California. We are bringing you the raw, unfiltered truth. If you believe these human stories need to be heard, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications. Let's walk these streets together. Drop a comment below. How does it feel to know that thousands are sleeping on concrete tonight? Let's begin. Part 1. The Anatomy of a Hidden Nation. California doesn't just have a homelessness problem. It is home to nearly 1 out of every 4 homeless individuals in America. According to the 2025 data, we are looking at roughly 187,000 people. To visualize that, imagine an entire city the size of a major metropolitan suburb simply vanishing from the housing market. What is most alarming is the unsheltered rate. While other states might provide enough beds and shelters, California's crisis is visible. Roughly 123,000 people are sleeping in places never meant for human life: sidewalks, riverbeds, and rusted vans. Even though the state has allocated billions of dollars to combat this, the numbers remain incredibly persistent. There are signs of hope. Los Angeles recently reported a 9% drop in unsheltered numbers, and San Diego is making small strides. But for the person sleeping on a piece of cardboard in Sacramento or the Bay Area, those percentages feel very distant. The concentration is heaviest in major hubs. Los Angeles County alone accounts for over 70,000 souls. These are not just statistics. These are people who once had a morning routine, a kitchen table, and a dream. Many were taxpayers and regular employees before a single stroke of bad luck pushed them over the edge. Think about the high-tech worker in San Jose who lost their job during a merger and, within 6 months, was living in a Corolla. Think about the veteran who returned home to a world that moved too fast to catch him. Understanding this scale is the first step toward real compassion. We are witnessing a systemic breakdown where the floor has fallen out of the American dream, leaving thousands in a freefall with no safety net in sight. Part 2. The Sidewalk Cities, Life in the Encampments. The most heartbreaking visual of California's struggle is the sprawling tent cities. In Los Angeles, thousands of tents line Skid Row and the banks of the LA River. In San Francisco, you see them clustered in the Tenderloin and the Mission District. These aren't temporary camping trips. These are long-term living areas where people stay for months or even years, while waiting for a housing voucher that may never come. Imagine what that does to the human spirit. You sleep on hard concrete with only a thin layer of nylon between you and the world. When it rains, the ground turns into a mud pit. When the California sun hits, those tents become ovens. There is no electricity, no running water, and no private place to bathe. Simple tasks like charging a phone to call a social worker or washing a pair of socks become exhausting daily missions. The fear is constant. People live with the anxiety that their few possessions will be cleared away by a city sweep or stolen while they are out looking for a meal. Privacy is a forgotten luxury. You are constantly on display, judged by every passerby who looks at you with pity or disgust. Yet, even in this chaos, you see the resilience of the human heart. People organize their tiny spaces, look out for their neighbors, and hold on to the hope that one day they will have a door to lock. They create makeshift living rooms out of discarded crates and hang mirrors on fence posts, trying to hold on to a shred of the life they once knew. These encampments are a mirror reflecting the deep gap between our society's wealth and our ability to provide basic safety. It is a world where time stands still, yet survival requires constant, frantic movement. Part 3. The crushing cost of the California dream. What is the primary engine driving this crisis? It is the brutal cost of living. In cities like San Francisco, San Jose, and Los Angeles, the rent for a basic one-bedroom apartment can easily reach $3,000 a month. For a service worker or a teacher, more than half of their paycheck is swallowed by rent alone. This leaves zero room for error. One medical emergency, one car repair, or one job cut can turn a stable life into a disaster. Once you are evicted in California, the road back is nearly impossible. High application fees, strict credit checks, and a massive shortage of affordable housing act as a wall. This crisis is no longer confined to the coast. Inland cities like Riverside and Bakersfield are seeing prices skyrocket while wages remain flat. Many people experiencing homelessness today were housed just a year ago. They were part of the workforce. They were your baristas, your retail clerks, and your delivery drivers. This is the hidden homelessness, the people sleeping in their cars, in the parking lots of the very companies they work for. They maintain a professional appearance during the day, using gym memberships to shower, only to retreat to a cramped driver's seat when the sun goes down. It is an exhausting charade. How long can a person keep fighting when the math of survival simply doesn't add up? When a single flat tire can mean the difference between having a roof and living on the shoulder of the 101 freeway? The dream has become a mirage for many, always visible but forever out of reach. Part 4. The vortex, addiction, and the search for escape. On the streets of the Golden State, thousands are trapped in a cycle where substance use and homelessness feed each other. A study by UCSF revealed a tragic truth. Over 40% of people on the streets say their heavy substance use only started after they lost their housing. When you lose everything, your home, your dignity, your future, the pain is so deep that many look for any way to numb the reality of sleeping on cold concrete. Methamphetamine and fentanyl have made the situation much more dangerous. The physical toll is devastating: severe weight loss, damaged organs, and total exhaustion. But the mental toll is even worse. It creates a state of paranoia and a cloud of confusion that makes it impossible to navigate the complex bureaucracy of social services. When your entire day revolves around finding a way to feel normal, everything else vanishes. Without a stable home, recovery is a mountain most cannot climb. There is no quiet place to detox, no structure to support sobriety. And the source of the problem is often available right outside the tent door. We must understand that for many, these substances are a desperate form of self-medication for the trauma of the street itself. Many want to quit, but the environment works against them every second. This is not a moral failure. It is a human struggle that requires deep compassion and medical intervention, not just judgment from those who have never known that level of despair. Part 5. The radiating impact. Communities under strain. When homelessness is concentrated in specific neighborhoods, the entire community feels the weight. In downtown LA and San Francisco's Tenderloin, long-term encampments have physically changed the urban landscape. Sidewalks and parks that were meant for everyone now face challenges with trash and accessibility. Local businesses are struggling. Some report fewer customers or have to close early due to safety concerns. Families often hesitate to take their children to local parks, and residents find themselves changing their daily walking routes. Public infrastructure, from restrooms to transit stations, is overburdened. Outreach teams and emergency services are stretched to their absolute breaking point. But the impact is more than just physical. It creates an emotional distance between neighbors. Trust begins to weaken. When frustration grows, empathy can start to fade. Entire neighborhoods carry a heavy atmosphere where simple community joys feel less natural. This reminds us that homelessness isn't just an individual failure. It's a community challenge. It's the sound of sirens at 3 a.m. and the sight of a person in crisis on your way to work. It creates a sense of shared trauma. When our neighbors are left without support, the places we all call home lose some of their warmth. We need solutions that restore dignity for the individual and the neighborhood alike. We must move past the anger and realize that a city is only as healthy as its most vulnerable citizen. Part 6, the vital lifeline, nonprofits, and the power of compassion. In the middle of this overwhelming crisis, nonprofit organizations and volunteers have become the most critical lifeline. In Los Angeles, initiatives like Inside Safe have moved thousands of people out of tents and into temporary rooms. In the Bay Area, outreach teams walk the streets every single day, rain or shine, offering food, water, hygiene kits, and most importantly, a human connection. These organizations go far beyond providing the basics. Their workers spend months building trust with people who have been let down by the system time and time again. They help people navigate the complex web of housing applications, replace lost social security cards, and advocate for those who feel invisible. Often, these workers become the only family a person has left, the only people who know their name and their story. Behind this work are thousands of everyday citizens, people who cook meals in church basements, sort clothing in community centers, or just sit down to have a real conversation with someone who hasn't been looked in the eye for years. However, the demand far exceeds the capacity. Nonprofits are facing burnout and unstable funding. Waiting lists for housing stretch for years, forcing even the most dedicated teams to turn people away every single day. Yet, their work gives us hope. It proves that when hearts come together, even the most difficult situation can begin to shift. They are the light in a very dark tunnel, reminding us that no one is truly disposable. Part 7, the mental health frontier beyond four walls. Solving homelessness in California requires more than just a roof. It requires consistent support for the mind. Data shows that nearly 48% of people on the streets are struggling with serious behavioral health needs. Many are dealing with both mental health conditions and substance use issues at the same time, often rooted in childhood trauma or the trauma of the street itself. Counties are now moving toward permanent supportive housing. This model doesn't just provide an apartment, it provides on-site counselors, medication management, and therapy. Outreach teams are bringing medical care directly to the encampments to connect people with detox and residential treatment. The most successful programs understand that healing takes time and a stable, safe environment. The road is still incredibly steep. There's a massive shortage of treatment beds and trained professionals. People wait months for a single appointment while their conditions worsen. The years spent on the streets leave deep emotional scars, anxiety, depression, and a sense of hopelessness that makes recovery feel out of reach. But when we see someone finally sleep through the night without fear, or rebuild a relationship with their family, we see that healing is possible. We must stop asking what is wrong with that person and start asking what happened to that person. When we support the whole person, we strengthen the whole community. This is the final frontier of the crisis, the invisible wounds that a house alone cannot heal. Outro, the road to renewal. We have reached the end of this journey through the Golden State. We've seen the staggering statistics, the daily grind of the encampments, the crushing housing costs, and the tireless work of those trying to help. This is a complex, human crisis, but it is not one without hope. California is at a crossroads. While the challenges are massive, every person who moves into a home is a victory. These stories are about real people, mothers, sons, and veterans who carry dreams and regrets just like the rest of us. Their resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. A prayer for the homeless. May those who are sleeping without a roof tonight find a moment of safety. May their bodies find rest and their minds find peace. May they be seen, not as a problem, but as a person. May kindness find them, and may they receive the second chance they deserve. May they find the strength to hold on for one more day, and may hope find its way back into their hearts tonight. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this documentary. In a world that moves so fast, your decision to stop and listen to these stories matters more than you know. Your attention brings awareness to a crisis that thrives in the shadows. If this story has touched your heart or opened your eyes, please like this video right now. It helps Homeless US channel reach more people and spread the truth. If you want to support our mission of telling these honest stories, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the biggest barrier to solving this crisis? Let's keep the conversation going with respect and empathy. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next story on Homeless US channel.